So this weekend I go out to start up my car, a 2001 Ford Windstar, and I get a check engine light. And it's given me some problems over the past, and being the automotive hypochondriac that I am, I go over to AutoZone and have the code scanned, and it's P1518, which is intake manifold runner control stuck open. So I go home, I fire up the internet, and I check in forums, and pretty much all of them were saying that the intake manifold runner control has these two little lever arms that come off that kind of open up the intake manifold, I guess. And they're connected by these little plastic bushings that, under the heat of the engine, after 10 years, can just kind of break. And sure enough, I looked down in mine. There was some diagrams online that kind of showed where to find it, and it was kind of on the left side of the engine, right around the serpentine belt. So I kind of look in there, and sure enough, I see that one of them is just, the arm is just kind of sitting there, and the little plastic bushing looks kind of fried to hell. So luckily, some forums had said that, it was a Ford part, and I'd have to go and pay like, $7 or $8 per little piece at a Ford dealer, but O'Reilly had a pack of replacement bushings from Dorman under their help line of products, part number 47099. So I went and picked them up, and I thought, well, before I take it in, I'd at least kind of see if I can kind of get this fixed myself. So after finding that the back one was still seated fine, and it was just the front one, and I could kind of pull some hoses out of the way, I took a couple of pliers just to kind of give myself a little bit more room in there, and I had one holding the rod, one holding the little bushing, and at first I tried to put the bushing on the arm itself, and then trying to push it into the little square hole, but that was kind of proving to be difficult. And 3 of the 5 pack of spacers later, I managed to kind of press with the end of a screwdriver the bushing through that little square hole, and then using my pliers again to kind of push that rod through the bushing. So now it's looking like it should be seated in place. From everything that I've seen online, after driving it for a few days and after about like 60 to 120 miles or so, if all goes well, the code should go away on its own. So I guess I'll update this later in comments just to kind of see if it's in fact going away, and if so, the 5 pack of bushings at O'Reilly was only about $5.99, so hopefully that should take care of the problem.